Hey guys, since Act 4 is all but confirmed with the new teaser that we have for 0.3, the third edict, now we can take a look of what we know so far about Act 4 so that you know what to expect. So we have here a post in the Reddit that is like compiling everything that we know about Act 4, and I wanted to show it to you. We have here the map. I have shown some of these before, but this is a compilation, right? We have the old map, might have changed, but this gives you an idea of what to expect in the map of Act 4. We know that we can choose wherever isle we want, and if you start, let's say, in this isle, in this island, all the other ones will get up in level, right? And you can do it at the order that you want, and everything will keep with your level because the other ones level up when you do one, right? So you don't have to do them in a particular order. I am sure Uber blasters will figure out the best order or progression or whatever, but you can do it as you prefer. So you can see that we have Kingsmarch, which will be the main city in Act 4, which in my opinion is really cool. Dude, over 60% of you are not subscribed. Why are you like this? Just click the sub button, dude. It is quick, it is easy, it is free. You get content, I get a sub win-win situation. Just click the sub button, my dude. Then we have that Kingsmarch is we can see a video of Kingsmarch, so you can actually see it. I believe this is a gameplay by Mathil. Yes, that it is the Giga Chan. And yes, you can see in here Kingsmarch, you can see the Hooded One, Alba. And this is the town. This is really cool. It looks better than in PoE 1, of course, but it is also because this Kingsmarch is 20 years in the future than the Kingsmarch in PoE 1, right? So that also makes sense. This is the boat that is going to take you to different places, to the different islands and isles and all of that. This is one of the maps that you will be able to find in Act 4, and this is Isaro's prison. I believe you can find a boss in here that is called the Prisoner, that it is a really cool boss, and we will probably look at it in a little bit. Solitary confinement is like another layer of this same map, so you can, maybe this is not going to be exactly like this. This is from a long time ago, 2 years ago. They probably improved upon this, but this is for you to get an idea of what is going on in the story and all of that. So this is really cool. This gives me the vibes of the prison for Brutus in PoE 1, something like that. We also have the Isle of King that was showed with the Druid. By the way, this is the Druid. I am still on Copium and Hopium or whatever to see if we get the Druid, but this is the Isle of King. This was showed several times. In here we fight a boss that is called the Blind Beast, I believe, and you have all these goblins following you around. It is really cool. This is another one of the acts, of the, not the acts, the maps. And by the way, it is important to note that if you get a new act and you get new layouts, new biomes and all of that, this probably means that you are also going to get this type of map in the endgame that we don't have right now. So that is why some people that mainly play the endgame and don't care about the campaign also wanted the campaign to be extended, because that means you also get more enemies, more maps, more layouts, more biomes in the endgame itself. We also have the volcanic warrens in the Isle of King. Here you go to a place filled with magma and all of and lava and all that bullshit, and it is cool. Of course, you will find this, and there is a big boss in here too, if I remember correctly. Big beefy dude. We will probably look at it in a bit. If you are curious to keep watching these videos and look more about that, I will leave the post in the description so you can just go and look at it. I am just showcasing every bit, but you can go and look at the whole video if you want to, right? We have Preaching here, exploring the Ketch Bay. This is again another one of the isles that you can explore, or islands. So you can see that there is a variety of islands. All of them are different, they are distinct. So that is cool. We don't know, of course, how long they are, since we have a lot of isles. The length will be important because there are people that don't like a huge long act and Act 3 was too big or whatever. I do think that if the act is long, but you are experiencing all these different zones. It won't feel that long. It will feel cool because everything is different. Everything is cool. We just will have to wait and see. I think Act 4 is going to be a banger, dude. We have the Shrike Island. In this island is, by the way, if you remember the Trial of Chaos right now, how it is in the game right now, the Blood Bird, not the bird that does the tornado, no, the other bird, the Blood Bird that has like a weakling or whatever the fuck, it spawns another bird. That Blood Bird is not supposed to be in the Trial of Chaos. It is supposed to be a boss in this place. It is just a placeholder why they get the actual boss that is going to actually be in the Trial of Chaos. So I am just saying that so you know that you are going to probably find that bird as an actual boss in here. And this is a picture from the art book that shows this is the arena where you play, where you fight that Blood Bird, by the way. So I just wanted to show you that too. This is one of the showcases made by GGG themselves about the Ngamakanui teaser. Look at that. That looks badass. That is really cool. So really cool. That is something that we will probably experience in Act 4 too. This is another place that we are going to visit in Act 4, the Singing Caverns. And in here, there are like siren-like creatures in here. And we fight a boss that is really similar to Merville from Path of Exile 1 in here, dude. This is from those caverns. And you can see here, who do you think this bad boy is? This is the Templar. We are not saying the Templar is coming. This was just showed one of GG's showcases, and they showed this place. This place is from Act 4, and at that moment they chose to do it using the Templar. But that does not mean that the Templar is coming. I have to clarify that. It would be awesome if it did. Please, GG, brother. Then we have the Halls of the Dead. Some people say that in here is where we go and find the weapon that is going to help us with the whole edict thing. I have to say that this place looks cool, and this is related to Hinekora apparently, which is also cool, of course. And apparently it is also related to the Trial of the Ancestors, and we or a lot of people want a third trial because they hate the current trials. I hate the Trial of the Suck My Ass. I do like the Trial of Chaos. But if the Trials of the Ancestor is better, hey, fine by me, please, yeah. Now we are going to take a look at the bosses that have been showcased in different trailers and gameplay showcases and all of that. We have in here the Prisoner that I talked about earlier. This is in Isaro's prison. This is one of the bosses. Look, dude, that is insane. But I ask, if he could break the chains anytime he wanted, why was he imprisoning here and didn't he escape a long time ago? Yeah, nitpicky, but hey, good to ask, right? Okay, we fight the Prisoner. Hey, looking good. Again, getting boss fights in the campaign also implies that these bosses are going to get added to the end game, so you will have more variety of bosses in the end game too. Also, please, just put a boss in every map. What is this one boss per 4 maps? Bullshit. Sucks. Give me a boss every map or every other map, worst case scenario, please, dude. So in here you have the Prisoner, that the biggest slam. Okay, nice. Let's take a look at another one, dude. Here we have the Blind Beast. I talked about it earlier, that you fight the Blind Beast in the Isle of King. And there you have the Druid. Please, brother, give me the Druid. You showcase Act 4 with the Druid. Just give me the Druid, dude, and give me the Wolf. I will be happy just with the Bear Druid, but give me the Wolf too, please. Then we have Krutog, Lord of King. This is the guy in the magma that I told you. It is a big beefy guy. It is this one. Look at that bad boy, dude. This is a big dude, and the arena is like a small. You have to fight him. That is really cool. I think I will like this boss fight because it looks like my jam, you know. Then we have Diamora, Song of Death, and this is the siren that I told you that reminds you of Merville, right? Look at that model. That is a really cool model, dude. I know that some people would, if you know what I mean, but no, brother, this is a siren, a monster, you know. You have to relax. But it looks like a cool fight. Look, she goes in and out. It uses the environment. This is in the caverns. Hey, cool, dude. Then we have the Scourge of the Skies, and this is the Blood Bear that I was talking about. This bear, you can fight that bear. Let me get it back a little bit. I'm pausing. Let me pause it in there. You can fight this bear right now in the Trial of Chaos, but it is supposed to be fought in here. I don't know if by releasing Act 4 that means that they are going to take out the placeholder from the Trial of Chaos. Maybe they just leave it there too. Meanwhile, I don't know. But I do know that we are going to fight this bird here. Some people are speculating that this guy is the Act boss, right? Similar to Ionor, to Yaman-Ra, to Doriani. Because in the art book, he has several pages talking about him, the same as the other characters. But we don't have any confirmation. If he's the Act boss, I hope the fight is cool because the other 3 fights are really cool. So I have to think the fight for the Act 4 boss has to be cool too. In here you can see how he might be the Act boss, right? He gets into a fucking huge transformation. If you are curious why he might transform like this, the people from the Karui Islands, if they interact with Virtu gems, which are the gems we use to cast spells, they get like this crazy sickness. So that is why they might transform like this. The Marauder is from the Karui Islands and he is like exiled because he doesn't interact in this way with Virtu gems, and that makes people worry. Like, why are we all getting sick from Virtu gems and you are not? He's like the exception, right? And people say this is him because you can see that he's transformed. You can see that it is using the same axe that we just see that he was wielding. And look what he has in the other hand. This looks like the lance or a spear or whatever that we are looking for with the hooded one that he chose when he's picking up or talking about the third edict. And this is the weapon we are building or something like that. So might this be the Act fight? We don't know, but it looks cool. It for sure looks cool, dude. And as he's saying, and as the person that made this post, by the way, Rare Secretary, my dude, thank you very much for this post. Awesome compilation. There is also a lot of stuff about Act 5 if you don't know. We don't know if Act 5 is coming, but we know a lot about Act 5. Act 5 is going to be in Oriath. We know that the Act boss, or not the Act boss, but the big bad guy in Act 5 is the guy in all the promotional artwork for Path of Exile that has the big cross. It is like a big Templar guy. We know that Oriana is working with them, so we are going to probably face her in some way in Act 5. These are big spoilers, by the way. And we have seen some videos of them walking around in Act 5 and fighting some bosses in Act 5, which is cool. But I do hope we get Act 5 too. We know we are getting Act 4, but I don't know. I do hope we get Act 5 too. So yes, guys, that is a lot of information that we have already about Act 4. For me, this gives me more hype. I do want to play this. I want to go to Kingsmarch. I want to fight bosses like the Prisoner, like Krutog, like the Siren, and of course the Act boss. The whole thing looks cool. It is like visiting another culture that is cool too. I want to play it, dude. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Act 4 so far. Do you care? You don't care? You just want the game to be better? You want that confirmation of a new class? You don't care about the campaign, but you care about the end game? Let me know everything in the comments below, dude. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. Also remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. God bless ya. And remember, don't be afraid ever, because this is just a ride.